Most people believe paying off debt is just about discipline and sacrifice. But the shocking truth is that many Americans who escape debt fastest are not working harder or earning more. They are using specific strategies most people never hear about. And the real mystery is why these methods stay quietly hidden while millions struggle longer than necessary. Welcome to Meta Economy Lab, where you can learn and understand more about the economy and related topics so you can subscribe to the channel for continuous learning. These 3 little-known strategies help people slash debt faster than you imagined, and they work not because they are extreme, but because they align with how the financial system and human behavior actually function, which is rarely explained in simple terms. To understand why these strategies work, we need to look at how debt became such a normal part of American life, woven into everyday decisions like education, housing, healthcare, and even basic survival. Decades ago, borrowing was limited and often uncomfortable. But over time, credit cards, student loans, auto loans, and buy no pay later options made debt feel routine and harmless. Banks and lenders learned that convenience reduces resistance, and as debt became easier to access, it became easier to ignore its long-term cost. Interest rates, minimum payments, and promotional offers were designed to stretch repayment, keeping people in debt longer while making monthly payments feel manageable. The result is a system where people are rarely taught how to exit debt efficiently, only how to manage it quietly while continuing to spend. One hidden pattern is that most people focus on monthly payments instead of total cost, which keeps them trapped in slow progress without realizing it. Debt feels like a fog, where progress is hard to see and motivation fades, especially when balances barely move despite consistent payments. The first proven way Americans are paying off debt faster begins with changing what they measure, shifting focus from monthly comfort to total impact. People who accelerate debt payoff stop thinking in terms of minimum payments and start thinking in terms of interest destroyed, treating interest like a leak that must be sealed immediately. This mindset leads them to target high-interest debt aggressively, even if balances are smaller elsewhere, because interest drains progress faster than most people realize. Credit cards charging double-digit interest quietly multiply debt, meaning every month of delay costs real money that never improves quality of life. By attacking interest-heavy balances first, while maintaining minimums elsewhere, people shorten timelines dramatically, even without increasing income. This approach feels uncomfortable at first because it disrupts the illusion of balance, but it creates momentum where debt actually shrinks visibly. The second proven strategy works not on math, but on psychology, because debt is as emotional as it is financial. Many Americans paying off debt faster create artificial urgency by restructuring payments, automating extra amounts, or setting public accountability. When extra payments happen automatically, decision fatigue disappears, and progress continues even on stressful days when motivation is low. Some people redirect raises, bonuses, or tax refunds immediately to debt before lifestyle inflation can absorb them. This prevents income growth from silently turning into more spending, which is one of the biggest reasons debt lingers for years. There are stories of families who kept living the same lifestyle for one extra year after a raise and eliminated debts that would have followed them for a decade. The tension here is that modern culture encourages instant upgrades, but delayed gratification creates financial freedom far faster than most expect. The third proven method looks counterintuitive, because it involves simplifying instead of optimizing. Instead of juggling multiple cards and loans, some Americans consolidate strategically, not to reduce payments, but to reduce mental load. Fewer accounts mean clearer progress, easier tracking, and less emotional exhaustion, which increases consistency over time. However, consolidation only works when paired with behavior change. Otherwise, it simply resets the cycle with a cleaner spreadsheet. This is why people who succeed treat consolidation as a tool, not a solution, and close old accounts or restrict access afterward. Another overlooked factor is timing, because debt payoff accelerates when people align strategies with life transitions like moving, job changes, or major routine shifts. These moments disrupt habits, making it easier to adopt new financial behaviors before old patterns return. There's also a quiet advantage in negotiating, because many lenders will lower interest rates, waive fees, or offer hardship programs when asked directly. Most people never ask, assuming policies are fixed, but lenders often prefer reduced profit over default risk. The uncomfortable truth is that the system benefits from people feeling powerless, confused, or embarrassed about debt. Yet those who pay off debt faster tend to replace shame with curiosity, asking questions and testing options without emotional attachment. Debt shrinks fastest when treated like a project, not a personal failure, with clear goals, timelines, and checkpoints. Over time, progress compounds, because lower balances reduce interest, freeing cash flow that accelerates payoff even more. This creates a feedback loop where effort decreases as results increase, which feels almost unbelievable to those stuck at the beginning. Looking ahead, rising interest rates and economic uncertainty may make slow repayment even more expensive. This means the cost of ignoring debt strategies will likely grow, not shrink, in the coming years. Here are 3 clear takeaways to remember. First, interest is the real enemy, not the balance itself. Second, automation and psychology matter as much as math. And third, simplicity often beats complexity when consistency is the goal. The warning is that debt rarely disappears on its own, and waiting for the perfect moment can quietly cost years of progress. If this changed how you see debt, like the video, share your experience or questions in the comments, and subscribe to keep learning how real people are taking back control of their finances. Meta Economy Lab gives you new perspective to see and understand more about the economy and related topics, so you can subscribe to the channel for continuous learning.